Welcome to the famous Palm House here at Belfast Botanic Gardens. The Palm House was designed by renowned architect Sir Charles Lanyon in 1840. This building is one of the oldest surviving examples of a building of curvilinear iron and glass structure. The Botanic Gardens itself was first established in 1828 and became a public park in 1895. The gardens invoke a sense of wonder and excitement and are home to a wide array of plants, fruits and spices from around the world. One of these happens to be the ginger root, and we are proud to say that ginger ale was invented in Belfast alongside something that you would never guess, and I'll tell you about that later. Air conditioning. With all the pollution during the industrial era, the hospitals were surrounded by the gigantic mills and the factories of the city. Local inventor and merchant Samuel Davison used his tea drying equipment from his business, the Sirocco Works, for this world-changing invention. We need not go far in Belfast to be connected to such rich and diverse heritage. We're standing in one of the oldest graveyards in Belfast, Friars Bush. A number of citizens buried here helped steer the city to its glorious years in the 1800s as an industrial superpower. To give you an idea of how it exploded in population, in 1801 Belfast had a population of 20,000 citizens. By 1901 Belfast had 350,000 citizens, making Belfast the most populated city in Ireland. One of the most celebrated people of recent Belfast history is a man buried here called Bernard Hughes, and more affectionately known by us locals as Barney Hughes. Barney Hughes was a master baker, but his legacy lives on to this day. His most famous product, the Belfast Bap, is still widely purchased all over Belfast. The BAP stands for bread at affordable prices. Barney was a reformist and always did his best to look after those who were in need. He transformed how bakeries were run to make sure that the bakers and apprentices' health and well-being were looked after. Prior to Barney, shifts could be 16 to 18 hours long with no breaks. don't know about you, But all this walking and talking has made me hungry. And if I were to recommend a local delicacy, it would be the Belfast Bap with real butter. Alongside it and inside the filling is our famous potato, cheese and onion crisps. Welcome to Riddle Hall. It holds such organisations as Queen's Management School, William J. Clinton Leadership Institute, the Institute of Directors, and also the Northern Ireland Centre for Pharmacy, Learning and Development. The building itself was a donation from two sisters, Eliza and Isabella Riddle, to the university. The two sisters, who had no real level of education themselves, decided to build Riddle Hall as a residence for female students. Queen's first admitted women into higher education in 1882, the first in Ireland to do so. The support of the two Riddle sisters in building this residence was a big step in the long-term strategy of having gender equality in higher education. There's an added significance to this legacy in supporting gender rights, when the first female solicitor in Ireland graduated while here as a student in 1926. We hope that you too can follow in the footsteps of the many great people connected to our university and our city. Now, if I can bring your attention to the coat of arms behind me, there are many coats of arms throughout the buildings, and there are lots of variations of this coat of arms. This is probably the most simplistic of the designs. The book represents education. The seahorse is a symbol of Belfast. The harp is a symbol of Ireland. The red hand represents Ulster, the province that Queen's is part of. And the crown represents the Queen and the monarchy. I would also like to highlight at this stage that the Queen's motto is Pro Tanto Quid Retribumus, which translates as, for so much, what shall we give back? Which is the same motto as our grand old city of Belfast, bringing attention to the selfless views of our citizens and institutions. What an absolute pleasure it has been to have your fine company today. I'm sure with your own exploring and my ramblings, you will have a good idea and feel of our iconic university and our glorious city of Belfast. My name is Jerry, and I hope to see all the international students fulfilling their journeys in further education. It would be Queen's University Belfast absolute pleasure to see you all in person soon. Before we finish for the day, I told you at the start I don't like to disappoint. So follow me one last time for one final session. Enjoy. Well folks, thank you all for watching our fabulous tour of Queen's University. We hope you all enjoyed it, and we're looking forward to seeing you soon.